All right, ready to dive into some family drama?
Always. Lay it on me.
This one's really something.
Yep.
Okay, so imagine finding out that your sister wants to use you as a surrogate,
Oh, wow.
and not just any surrogate. She wants you to carry a baby made with your husband's genetic material.
Oh, my goodness. That's a new one.
Yeah, and that's just the beginning.
Okay, well, I'm hooked already. Tell me more.
So the woman at the center of this story is Sophia.
Oh,
She's
cool.
28 years old, and she's been dealing with a seriously manipulative older sister, Angela, who is 30.
So right from the start, it seems like we're dealing with a real power imbalance here.
Yeah, definitely.
This isn't just your typical sibling rivalry, is it?
Oh, no, not at all. Angela has a long history of copying Sophia, sabotaging her friendships, and just generally making her life miserable.
Can you give me some specific examples?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So remember that surrogate scheme I mentioned?
Yeah.
Well, that's not even the worst thing. When they were younger, Angela catfished Sophia for months.
Wait, catfishing? Like creating a fake online profile?
Exactly.
Whoa, wow.
Angela tricked Sophia into sharing personal photos,
Mm.
and then, get this, she shared them publicly.
No,
Yeah.
that is awful.
Can you imagine the humiliation? Sophia basically became a social outcast at school.
It's just cruel. Clearly, Angela was trying to just completely ruin Sophia's self-esteem and reputation. What about their parents? Did they know any of this was going on?
You know, their parents, Kathy and Frank, were either totally oblivious or they just chose to ignore it. They always sided with Angela
Mm-hmm.
and dismissed Sophia's feelings, which, just further isolated her.
It's a classic dynamic. We see this all the time, where there's a golden child and a scapegoat, and the parents often just completely enable the toxic behavior,
Yeah,
whether they know it or not.
definitely.
So Sophia's the scapegoat in this family.
Yeah, it seems like it. To make things worse, on Sophia's high school graduation day,
Yeah.
her mom, Kathy, dropped a major bombshell.
Oh no, what did she say?
Kathy told Sophia that Angela had confessed to years of abuse at Sophia's hands.
What?
I know.
That is such a twisted version of reality.
It is.
Angela was clearly very good at playing the victim and manipulating her parents.
Yep. And as a result, Sophia was basically banished from the family home,
Oh my God.
cut off, both financially and emotionally,
Yeah.
had to completely rebuild her life.
It's amazing that she was able to do that after going through something so difficult.
It is.
Being rejected by your own family, that's got to be one of the most painful experiences.
Absolutely. And the thing is, despite all that trauma, Sophia managed to build a good life for herself.
For her.
She got married to a really great guy. She's got 3 kids.
It's amazing she was able to find happiness and stability after everything she went through.
I know, it really is. But her family continued to just ignore her. All of her milestones, her wedding, the births of her kids, everything. Like she didn't even exist to them.
Wow. They just completely shut her out.
Yeah. But then, out of the blue, she gets this text from her mom, Kathy.
Mm.
And this is where things get even crazier.
Okay. I am on the edge of my seat. What did she say?
Okay, so it wasn't an apology or, even an acknowledgement of Sophia's pain or anything. It was a request, a favor. Angela had suffered a miscarriage, and Kathy wanted Sophia to reach out and offer her comfort.
Oh, are you serious? After years of silence and rejection,
I know.
they only reach out when they need something. The audacity is just wow.
I know, right? It's unbelievable. But wait, there's more. Sophia's cousin Megan later revealed the real reason behind this sudden interest in Sophia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. What was it?
Remember that surrogate scheme we talked about at the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that Angela and Kathy were plotting to use Sophia to carry Angela's child.
No way. That is so manipulative. They just saw her as a means to an end,
Exactly.
not a person with feelings.
Right.
Wow.
And as if that wasn't bad enough, Angela wasn't content with just any child. She specifically wanted Sophia to carry a baby using Sophia's husband's genetic material. She wanted a child that looked like him.
This is insane. The level of entitlement and disregard for Sophia's feelings is just, I can't even. Did they ever consider the emotional toll this would take on her?
Well, it's clear that they were just motivated by their own self-interest.
Mm.
Their plan was to basically just cut Sophia out of their lives again once the baby was born. Like she was disposable.
It's hard to believe how callous they were towards their own daughter.
I know.
That must have been devastating for Sophia.
It was. It was the last straw. Sophia finally decided to cut all ties with her biological family, blocked their numbers, the whole 9 yards.
Good for her. It sounds like she finally realized that she deserves better than to be treated like a commodity. Walking away from toxic family, even if it's your own family, is sometimes the healthiest choice.
It is. And you know what? Sophia found peace. Free from the constant manipulation and cruelty, she could finally focus on the loving family she created.
That's amazing. It's a testament to her resilience, It really is.
It is.
Her story has so much more to teach us about, family dynamics.
Yeah.
The impact of early childhood experiences, the power of resilience. I'm really interested to dive deeper into all of that with you.
Let's do it.
Sophia's story just really gets you thinking about, the long-term impact of these toxic family dynamics.
It does, yeah. How much do you think those early relationships with our families really shape who we become?
Well, it's a big question, right? Psychologists, sociologists, they've been trying to figure this out forever.
Yeah.
And there's more and more research showing just how much those early childhood experiences, especially within our families, can impact, our emotional development,
Right.
our attachment styles, even the kinds of relationships we form as adults.
So are we just products of our childhood then? Like, are we destined to just repeat the patterns we learned growing up?
It's not quite that simple.
Okay.
I mean, those early experiences definitely lay a foundation,
Uh-huh.
but we can change, we can grow
Right.
throughout our lives, absolutely. But those early patterns,
Yeah.
they can be really powerful. They shape our beliefs about ourselves, about others, about the world around us.
Right. And thinking about Sophia's story, it seems like she really internalized a lot of the negativity from her family. They constantly told her she wasn't good enough, that she was the problem child. It's no wonder she struggled with self-esteem, had trouble trusting people.
Absolutely. I mean, those messages, they're repeated over and over,
Yeah.
and they just become ingrained in our subconscious. They can create what psychologists call negative core beliefs.
Okay.
These are just deeply held convictions about ourselves.
Right.
And they're really hard to shake, even when we know logically they're not true.
So how do we break free then from
Yeah.
those negative patterns? I mean, is it even possible to completely rewrite that script?
It's definitely possible, but it takes effort, conscious effort,
Yeah.
and often, professional help.
Yeah.
Therapy can be incredible in helping us identify those beliefs,
Yeah.
develop some healthier coping mechanisms. It's about learning to challenge those old voices in our heads
Right.
and replace them with more positive, empowering messages.
Well, Sophia, it seems like she did a lot of that work on her own.
She did.
She chose to create this family that was the opposite of the one she grew up in,
Yes.
surrounding herself with people who love and support her unconditionally.
And that's such a powerful example of how we can create different experiences for ourselves, right? When we surround ourselves with people who are supportive and loving,
Yeah.
we can start to heal those old wounds
Mm-hmm.
and rewrite those negative narratives.
It's inspiring to see, that she just refused to let her past define her. She didn't become a victim. She took control,
She did.
found her own happiness.
Exactly. And that's such a crucial takeaway for all of us.
Yeah.
We may not be able to choose our families or our pasts, but we can choose how we respond. We can choose to learn from them, grow from them, and create a future that reflects, our own values and our aspirations.
Absolutely. Her story reminds us that we all have that power to just break free, from those toxic patterns, create a life that's filled with love, authenticity, and joy.
And sometimes that means walking away from the people who hurt us,
Yeah.
even if they're family.
Mm,
It's a difficult decision, but sometimes it's the most loving choice we can make for ourselves.
it is. So for everyone listening right now, what can we take away from Sophia's experience?
I think it's a powerful reminder that we all have choices.
Yeah.
We can choose to let our past define us, or we can learn from it, create a better future.
Right.
It's a call to action to look at those family dynamics,
Yeah.
identify those negative patterns that might be holding us back, and to really seek out relationships and experiences that nurture our growth and well-being.
Sophia's story is such a testament to just the resilience of the human spirit. I mean,
Yeah.
she faced incredible adversity,
She did.
but she never gave up on herself, never gave up on her dreams. And ultimately, she found the love and the happiness she deserved.
Absolutely. It's a story that offers hope and inspiration.
Yeah.
To anyone who's struggled with family dysfunction, the effects of a difficult childhood, it reminds us that healing is possible,
Yeah.
that we're not alone, and that we all have the power to create a brighter future.
Hearing Sophia's story, it's hard not to feel kind of a mix of anger and admiration. Anger at the injustice,
Yeah.
but also just, deep admiration for her strength and resilience.
It's a powerful story, and it reminds us that these kinds of family dynamics,
Yeah,
they're more common than we realize.
they are. And it's important to remember there's no shame in seeking help
Yeah, absolutely.
if you're dealing with similar issues.
Therapy, support groups, even just talking to a trusted friend, a mentor,
Yeah,
it can make a world of difference.
absolutely. Don't be afraid to reach out, ask for help.
Sophia's story is really a testament to that, to speaking out, breaking the silence, and seeking support.
It is. You're not alone, and there is hope for healing and growth.
This case really highlights how, our ideas of what makes a family can change and evolve over time.
That's so true. It's not always about blood ties, is it?
Right. Family is about the people who choose us,
Yeah.
who love us and support us unconditionally.
The people who celebrate our victories and offer comfort during our struggles.
Exactly. Creating a space where we feel safe and valued
Seen.
and seen.
It's fascinating to see how Sophia redefined family for herself.
She really did.
She built her own chosen family.
She did.
One that's based on love and respect, not obligation or manipulation.
Exactly.
It's really a testament to her resilience and her understanding of what truly matters.
I think Sophia's journey raises a really important question for all of us.
How do we define family in our own lives?
Are we holding on to toxic relationships out of a sense of duty, obligation?
Or are we actively trying to cultivate connections that, nourish our souls, inspire us to be our best?
Sophia's story is a powerful reminder that we have the power to choose.
We do. To choose the people that make up our inner circle, who influence our lives and who shape our future.
As we're wrapping up this deep dive into Sophia's story, I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
Take a moment to reflect on your own family dynamics.
Okay.
Are your relationships healthy,
Hmm.
supportive, or are there patterns of manipulation or control that need to be addressed? Remember, you have the power to create a family that reflects your values, brings you joy. You're not bound by the past.
You are free to choose the relationships that nourish your soul and empower you to live your best life. Sophia's story really stayed with me.
Me too.
It's just incredible how she was able to reclaim her life and find that, true sense of family.
Yeah, I think her journey really highlights that sometimes creating that sense of belonging, it means letting go of those toxic relationships, even the ones we're born into.
You're so right. It's a good reminder that family isn't just about blood ties. It's about building those connections that are based on mutual respect, love, and support.
What I find so inspiring is how she redefined family on her own terms. Surrounding herself with people who genuinely cherished her, valued her. She created that supportive, loving environment for herself and her kids.
That's something we can all learn from, that intentional family building.
Absolutely. Her story really encourages us to look at our own lives and ask ourselves, are we holding on to relationships that drain us?
Yeah.
Or are we actively fostering the connections that bring us joy and help us thrive?
This deep dive into Sophia's story has been a real roller coaster.
It has.
Heartbreaking to hear about the pain that her biological family inflicted, but also so empowering to see her break free and create a better future for herself.
It really leaves us with such a powerful message. We have the power to choose the people who make up our family,
Right.
the ones who will stand by us, through thick and thin.
Sophia's story is a real beacon of hope for anyone who's ever felt trapped by their past, by toxic family dynamics. It reminds us that we can break free from those patterns, we can heal, and we can create a life that's filled with genuine connection and love. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We hope Sophia's journey has inspired you to think about your own relationships and to prioritize the connections that bring meaning and joy to your life.